Today I am going to deal with the current electricity. This is the level A. Those who are doing level A, they will be getting around 50% to 60% marks. This is purely exam point, and it will not have high technical knowledge. It is only it will help you to study, and we'll be giving only the outline like a skeletal structure. You have to refer your notes as well as your college notes or tuition notes or the materials, textbooks and question papers and all that. But by listening this, you will get an it's a good idea how to study and all that. Okay, now you know what is the charge. There are two types of charge: positive charge and negative charge. And so many number of electrons form 1 coulomb. You know, you have also calculated number of electrons. The number of electrons in, do you remember? I think number of electron is 1 coulomb by E. That means how many electrons form 1 coulomb? That is, we have done 1 coulomb divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Your number of electron is equal to this. You have taken this 1 by 1.6 coulomb cancel into 10 to the power of minus 19. 10 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 18. That is 6.25 into 10 to the power of what is that? How many? Like so 18 electrons. Is it not? 18 electrons flowing in 1 second. Suppose there is one metallic conductor, right? By some mean, so many electrons comes out. That is 1 coulomb of electrons comes out in this direction, right? Electrons is flowing, then current is said to be moving in the opposite direction. Electric current is called electric current. This is also called conventional current. What is conventional current? Conventional current is what? When electron flows in this direction, conventional current is said to move in the opposite direction. Now, amount of charge flowing per second, is called current. Therefore, current is defined as, that is what electric current is defined as, the rate of flow, that is rate of flow of charge. That means here in this charge refers electron. Therefore, I is equal to simple term is this, or Q is equal to, suppose, n times electron, T is the time. Then the I is also equal to what? Ne by T. Coulomb per second. This coulomb per second is called ampere. That is AMPERE, ampere. But you write capital here, small. Therefore, how to define 1 ampere? How to define 1 ampere? When 1 coulomb flows per second in 1 second, the current is said to be 1 ampere. How to define 1 ampere? When 1 coulomb flows in 1 second, the current is moved through that is said to be 1 ampere. What is instantaneous current? What is instantaneous current? They will write I. Instantaneous current is equal to what? dq by dt. It is defined as the ratio of flow of net amount of charge flowing across the area per second, per unit time. That means amount of charge coming out per unit time. Okay, therefore this is called instantaneous current. This is called instantaneous current. What constitute electric current? They'll ask. What constitute electric current? If they say motion of a charge, motion of electric charge, you have to tell. Electric charge constitute electric current. Charges may be positive or negative. It's a general term. Motion of a charge constitute electric current. Now, they have given one particular problem. How many number of electron per second constitute 1 milliampere? That is the question. How many electron constitute, this is what 1 mark. For CET they have asked, for CET, How many? Here, that means current is equal to what? Charge by time, n number of electron per second. 1 milliampere. Milli represent 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. Therefore, what? You want number of electrons. N is equal to I T by E. I is equal to, current is what? 1 milli, 10 to the power of minus 3. T is what? 1 second. 1 second. Divided by E is what? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Now, number of times here, this is per coulomb. Therefore, don't bother about the unit at present. Calculate the thing. 10 to the power of minus 3 into 10 to the power of plus 19 divided by 1.6. This 10 to the power of how much? 16, right? 1.6 or 10 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of 15, or you write 6.65 into 10 to the power of 15. So much 6.65 electrons flows in 1 second constitute 1 milliampere. See, current is scalar or vector. That is, scalar is a scalar quantity. Everybody they write vector. This is also CET they have asked. What is the direction of the, this is also in CET they have asked. What does the direction of the current signify in electric circuit? Which direction the current moves? When electron flows in this direction, current is moving in the opposite. Direction of the conventional current in an electric circuit tells the direction of the flow of positive charge. This is direction of electron. Electron is negative. Conventional current, the direction of flow of positive charge. The conventional direction of the electric current is the direction in which the positive charge, again what? Conventional direction of the flow. Therefore, conventional direction of electric current, this is what? Conventional direction of flow of current. Tell us in which it is the direction in which the positive charge would move, right? When electron flows in this direction, conventional current moves in the opposite direction, right? Again, I will tell you, electron move from lower potential to higher potential. Electron moves from what? Lower potential to higher potential. Whereas this conventional current flows from higher potential to lower potential. That means conventional current flows from higher potential. This is also CET exams. See, one more question they will ask, right? Therefore, conventional direction of the current. Therefore, the conventional direction current is flow from the higher potential to lower potential. Okay, this is also important. Now they may ask you define 1 ampere. 1 ampere, how to define? When you write, when 1 coulomb of charge flows per second through area of this section. That is, a current through a conductor is said to be 1 ampere. When I can say 1 ampere, if 1 coulomb of charge flows per second through any cross section, this is cross section of the conductor, then it is said to be 1 ampere. Therefore, how to define 1 ampere? You take one cross section. If 1 coulomb of charge flows in 1 second, that means through the conductor, then 1 ampere of the current is flowing in the conductor. Therefore, the current through the conductor is said to be 1 ampere if 1 coulomb of charge flows per second through the any cross section of the conductor. This is the definition of 1 ampere. You have to sit and write on your own words, more important. Now, see, electron density is defined as, see, suppose what is electron, what is the, see here, positive and negative. In battery, now this is positive, negative, right? Current flow from positive to negative, but electron flows from negative to positive. Therefore, what is the electrons are current carrier, current carrier in the metal or solid conductor. This is also in CET they have asked. Name the current carrier in the metal. What is the current carrier in the metal? Electron, not positive charge. Right? Name the current carrier in electrolyte. Electrolyte, which is the current carrier? Ion, no? Sodium ion or chloride ion on what is the hydrogen ion or sulfate ion. Therefore, current carriers in the electrolytic solution. Electrolytic is what? Sodium or chloride. These are all CET. Therefore, what is conductor and insulator? You know what is the difference between conductor and metallic? In conductor you have free electrons, right? Here in a metal, which is a charge carrier, electron, this is called free electron. These are called free electron of the metal. Then what about the electrolyte? Electrolyte is what? Positively charged or negatively charged ions. It's called ions in electrolyte. So therefore you have to be very, very careful while writing that. Okay, CET, these are CET exams. Now what is Ohm's law? Ohm's law. Suppose you take a conductor, metallic conductor. This is the metallic conductor. V is called potential difference across the ends of the conductor. Ends of the conductor. Now this is called I is the current. I is the current. I is the current flowing. What current? Steady. Steady or constant current flowing through the conductor, right? At constant temperature. This is what? Temperature should be constant. At constant temperature. See, look. At constant temperature. At constant. Steady current. This is called what? Steady current flowing through the metallic conductor. Not bus conductor or something like that. He will die. Metallic conductor. So metallic conductor directly proportional to the potential difference between the ends of the conductor, right? Therefore, at steady, see, this is important, a steady current, don't write all, it may be alternate current also will be there. You have to be very, very careful. Statement of Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that what? Steady current or constant current flowing through a metallic conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between the ends of the conductor at constant temperature. You have to mention at constant temperature. Or V is directly proportional to I. Or V is equal to R into I, where R is what? Constant proportionality of the conductor. This R is also called what? Resistance of the conductor. This is what? Opposing tendency of the metal, of the conductor. Therefore, ratio is the opposing tendency, is also called resistance of the conductor. Resistance is denoted by the ratio of potential difference by current. Now, how to define the definition? Resistance of a conductor is the ratio of potential difference between the ends of the conductor to current flowing through it. Potential. See, this is a very, very important. You have to say resistance of the conductor is what? Ratio of. This word, if you don't miss, V is what? Potential difference between the ends of the conductor, and I is what? Steady current. Steady current flowing through it. It is the ratio of potential difference between the ends of the conductor. 2, this 2 is important. 2 means divided by steady current flowing through it. This way you have to write the sentence. It's called definition of resistance. Now V is measured in volt, current is measured in ampere, resistance measured in ohm. The symbol is this. How to define 1 ohm? How to define 1 ohm? If I have 1 volt by 1 ampere, then what? 1 by 1 is 1 ohm. Now this is 1 ohm also, definition is one important, very, very important. When 1 ampere, see now you start. There is a conductor. Okay. The conductor maintains at a different potential difference of 1 volt. And if the current flows through the conductor is 1 ampere, then the resistance of that conductor is said to be 1 ohm. Now you have to form the sentence properly. How? Take a conductor whose ends are maintained at a potential difference of 1 volt and pass the current 1 ampere. Then that conductor having a resistance of 1 ohm. Or you can tell in a higher English, when 1 ampere of the current flowing through a conductor whose ends are maintained at a potential difference of 1 volt, then the resistance offered or resistance of that conductor is said to be 1 ohm. You have to write 2-3 times and do it. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Okay. Therefore, here resistance of the conductor you are done. Therefore, resistance is equal to V by I at constant temperature. The resistance depends upon the temperature, and resistance depends upon geometry of the metal, or how the shape, how it looks. Therefore, see, you take a metal, right? This is having a cross section. This is area is what? 5 centimeter square. This also 5 centimeter square area. Area is same, but here L1 and L2, which is the longer. Therefore, R2 is greater than R1. Therefore, larger the length, larger the resistance. Area of cross section is same. Understood? Therefore, how to know? Resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to length, which is constant here. Area of cross section are constant. Okay, for a given length you take it. Suppose this is the area of cross section. This is R1. But now this one, it is a larger area of cross section. Length is same. Length is same. But area of cross section. Larger the area, lot of current flows through, no? Here less, is narrow. Therefore, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section, keeping length constant. Therefore, combining this resistance inversely proportional to the area, resistance directly proportional to the area. These all are at constant temperature only. All are at constant temperature. Therefore, resistance of a conductor directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to area of cross section, and equating it, you'll get some constant L by A. This constant is known as, what is this constant? This is called specific resistance, or simply the resistivity of the conductor. See, specific resistance is what? It is a constant for a given metal. For different metal, it is having a different values. So it is like this. Specific resistance like the value of one brick. Cost of one brick is important. Cost of the wall is not required, because in the wall you can count number of bricks and find out the cost. Therefore, cost of the wall is like a resistance. Cost of the brick is what? Like specific resistance or resistivity. The resistivity is more important than the meaning. See how to define specific resistance. Suppose I have a conductor of area is what? 1 meter square. Area is what? 1 meter square area. That means what is the area? Length is, see, I'll take one cube. This is 1 meter. This is 1 meter area. Area of cross section is what? 1 meter square. Length into breadth. And length also 1 meter. 1 meter. Then this is the conductor. Then what is this? What is the area? Area is what? 1 meter square. Length is 1 meter. What is the resistance? Resistance is equal to rho. Length is 1 meter. Area is what? 1 meter square. Then what you'll get? Rho is equal to R. This is a very, very important concept. Our rho is what? Specific resistance. See, specific resistance is what? Numerically equal to, that is important. Numerically equal to, what is this? Resistance of this conductor. What is this conductor? Whose length is what? Unit length. What is that? Unit length and unit area of cross section. Unit area of cross section. Therefore, what I write is R is equal to rho. This is 1 meter. This is 1 meter square. This is ohm. This one will cancel, cross multiply. Rho is equal to R, ohm meter. The unit is what? Ohm meter. Specific resistance. Therefore, resistivity or specific resistance is numerically equal to, this definition is important, resistance of the conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section at constant temperature. At constant temperature. This carries 1 mark. Specific resistance. Unit of this ohm meter. Understood? Therefore, define resistivity is important. Very, very important. Define the resistivity. This you write down 2-3 times in the textbook. Right. Mention the unit ohm meter. This is also 1 mark. This is also 1 mark. On what factor the resistivity depends on? The resistivity depends on nature of the material, nature of the conductor, and it is temperature of the conductor. See, temperature of the conductor and presence of impurities. Presence of, these are all they have asked in CET. They have asked in final exam also. Right? Now I will tell you what is the conductance. R is the resistance. K is called conductance. Resistance and inversely proportional to conductance. Now this is called specific resistance. Specific resistance. This is specific conductance. This is also called resistivity. This is called conductivity. The resistance unit is what? Ohm. Here per ohm. Per ohm means what? Simon, correct? Per ohm. Now, per ohm is also called Simon. This is called conductivity. Conductivity is what? Reciprocal of conductance. This is called conductance. Conductance are reciprocal of resistance. Then when you in electrochemistry, you will get all these things. In chemistry topic, you will get these are conductance, conductivity. Therefore, rho and sigma, this is called sigma. Sigma is what? Conductivity. See, this is resistivity. Reciprocal. Conductivity and resistivity are, this is ohm meter, this is per ohm per meter, that's per ohm Simon they'll write. When you do the problem, I'll tell you what all the things, right? Then the last thing is what? Define term current density. Current density. Current density is J. Current density is equal to current flowing through an area. It is defined as the current per area. Area is taken in the normal direction. That means area is a vector, current is a scalar. Therefore, current density is vector. This is called ampere per meter square. Unit is what? Ampere. See, this is current density, 1 mark. Definition is the ratio of current per unit area taken normal to the direction of current. Area taken normal to the direction of the current. This is 1 mark. This word area taken normal to the direction of the current. Then again what? What is the unit? Ampere meter square. Current is ampere. Area is meter square. This is also 1 mark. See, 3 mark, you will get it. What is the current density? Again is a vector quantity. This is another 1 mark. Therefore, define electric conductivity, they may ask. This is called electric conductivity. This is also 1 mark. It is the ability to conduct. This is the ability to conduct the current. It is also ratio of what? See, they give you like this. Conductivity, there is a relation. Current density is equal to sigma by electric intensity. This is another formula. This is also called Ohm's law. Therefore what? Conductivity is also defined as the ratio of current density per unit electric intensity. These and all we will do in the next class. Therefore, current density is also defined as the ratio of current density to electric field which causes the flow. See, suppose there is a metal, right? Because of electric field, what? Current is flowing, right? Current is flowing through that area. Area is a vector quantity. Current per unit area is what? Current density. Current density, the ratio, more the current because directly proportional to directly electric field. Because more the current comes because of more the electric field. Therefore, current density is equal to sigma by the sigma interval. Therefore, sigma is equal to J by E. Therefore, it is the ratio of what? Current density is also electric conductivity. Sorry, this electric conductivity. The ratio is called ratio of current density to the density to electric field which causes the flow of current. Which causes the flow of current is this one. Therefore, all these things you have to do that. Then I'll tell you how to do in the next class. Go through this fully. 2-3 times you study. Definitely today you may be getting 2 marks. 2 or 3 marks on that. 3 marks or 2 mark.